Imagine waking up one morning to find the land around you wrong. Not just dying, but twisting, mutating into something alien. The trees shimmer with an unnatural glow. The water no longer reflects the sky, and the animals, those that haven't already fled, stare with vacant, mindless expressions. You try to tell yourself it's just your imagination, but then you notice something else. Your crops, your livelihood, aren't growing. They're rotting from the inside out, and soon, so are the people. This is the story of the Gardner family, and the horror that unfolded on their quiet New England farm. A story that leaves us with an unsettling question. What if something came from the stars, not to invade, not to destroy, but to corrupt? First, the animals changed. The horses became skittish, refusing to approach the well. The cows gave sour, undrinkable milk, their eyes wide with fear. Then, one morning, the entire flock of chickens lay dead in the dirt, their bodies bloated and discolored. That's when Nahum Gardner, the father of the household, made a chilling discovery. His wife, once strong and capable, sat in her rocking chair, whispering. She spoke in a voice not her own, repeating words that didn't make sense. When he touched her, she flinched, her skin ice cold, and her eyes, God, her eyes. The pupils had faded, leaving nothing but an empty, silver-gray void. By the time Nahum called for a doctor, it was too late. His wife no longer spoke at all. She only stared at the ceiling, her lips moving as if something unseen was speaking through her. Then the boys fell sick. Their bodies grew thin, their skin stretched too tight over their bones. They stopped eating, stopped talking. One of them wandered outside in the middle of the night and was never seen again. The other, Thaddeus, refused to sleep, claiming he could see something moving in the shadows. No one listened. Until one night, when he was found in his bed, glowing. His skin pulsed with an unnatural light, his face frozen in a silent scream. By morning, his body had dissolved into nothing but a faint, shimmering mist. And then, the color, the thing, moved on to the next victim. The land continued to wither, the crops turning into brittle, inedible husks. Whatever force had come with the meteor was spreading, reaching deep into the soil, into the air, into the bodies of those who remained. Neighbors stopped visiting. The townsfolk spoke in hushed voices about the Gardners, avoiding their land as if an invisible curse had settled upon it. Even the animals of the surrounding forest fled, leaving an eerie, suffocating silence in their wake. Nahum was the last to go. When officials finally arrived, after weeks of unanswered questions, they found him in the attic. His body was barely recognizable, his skin translucent, his bones visible through his stretched, glowing flesh. He looked like a man who'd been drained, hollowed out, until there was nothing left but a husk. The last words he had spoken to a visitor days before, "It's in the well." That was the final piece of the puzzle. Whatever had landed here, whatever had poisoned this land, had seeped into the water. It had been inside them all along, slowly consuming them from within. Then, without warning, the farm, and everything around it, erupted in a blinding burst of light. When the dust settled, there was nothing left. No house, no bodies, no crops. Just a barren wasteland where nothing would ever grow again. And in the center of it all, the well still remained. The official story was simple: an unusual meteorite, some natural contamination, an unfortunate tragedy. But the few who witnessed it firsthand knew the truth. This was no ordinary poison, no simple disease. It was something alive, something that had come from the black void of space and left a scar upon the earth. And maybe, just maybe, it's still out there, waiting, spreading. Because sometimes the most terrifying thing in the universe isn't a monster you can fight. It's something you can't see, can't understand, can't stop. So, what do you think? Was the Gardner farm simply in the wrong place at the wrong time? Or did something ancient, something unfathomable, choose that spot as its feeding ground? Lovecraft's The Color Out of Space isn't just a horror story. It's a warning, a reminder that the universe is vast, uncaring, and full of things we were never meant to understand. If this tale sent chills down your spine, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the most unsettling stories ever told. And let me know in the comments, do you believe something like this could really happen? Until next time, stay curious and be careful what you drink.